Back at the Wood Buffalo Sports Hall of Fame with Wade Kolmel from Keyano College, and we promised 4 new inductees into this year's Wood Buffalo Sports Hall of Fame. Wade, take it away. Who is number 1 on the list?
Well, the first name we released was Sonja Blanchard. Sonja's still in our community right now, and really proud to have her in our Hall of Fame as a runner, and we've got a couple runners in our Hall of Fame. It's a big part of the recreation lifestyle here in Fort McMurray. Sonja's story is about success as a youth athlete, as a promising young athlete. She did amazing things at the high school level and at that junior level, and really was an aspiring, high-achieving runner. And those accomplishments are going to be addressed and recognized this year. So that was the first one we released.
That's fantastic, but there are 4, so who's number 2?
Well, the second story is one a lot of people that are around town are very familiar with, and that's the story of Chuck Knight. And Chuck Knight, as a local advocate, his big role in advocacy about facilities and infrastructure and recreation, and what we have today with McDonald Island, which is one of the premier venues, and the thought that went into such an island with all of those activities in one spot, a place to really call home, to recreate at. He played a huge role in that, and we know those things don't happen all by one person, but he was the name behind that advocacy element, and the role he played is definitely worthy of being a builder in our Hall of Fame.
The number 3 and number 4 candidates are professional hockey players. Who are they?
Yeah, so you can't talk about Sport Hall of Fame without talking about the sport of hockey and the role that sport plays in Northern Canada. So when we're looking at Colin Murphy and Nolan Pratt are our final 2 nominees that are going to be inducted into this year's Hall of Fame. Nolan Pratt has a nice Stanley Cup winning story, and his picture's on our wall a couple times. And Colin Murphy's is very similar. They're local athletes that grew up in our local minor hockey system that had the skills and passion and expertise to follow their dreams to the next level. And not everyone gets to be a professional athlete, but at the end of the way things play out here, when you get good coaching and strong parenting and a lot of volunteers and a whole system behind you, and some passion and some luck, things can happen. And there's some nice stories that'll be coming out at this year's induction dinner about success in that sport.
And they're following the likes of Hardigan, Phillips, Upshaw, who have all gone onto those ranks, and obviously they joined those ranks too as well. The induction ceremony happening on June 18th. Wade, thank you very much for joining us here on Go. I really appreciate it. But first, before we go anywhere, we do have to see how sunny the skies are. Let's check out our weather forecast.